Hi, everybody. Good evening, and welcome back. It's been a long time. It has been several months. I really miss you guys, and I'm inviting you all to come on in on my live. I am back with Salt of the Earth, and I would love for you all to come in and join me on tonight. We have an interesting topic going on tonight, and I'm so blessed to be back. It has been a rough time, kind of a rough patch going on, but as I said, we are back on Salt of the Earth, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for that. So, as you guys come in, I pray that you would like the video. I pray that you would share it. I pray that you would tag someone to come in and to get the word. Before I actually get into my topic and start going, because I can get to talking and I'll forget about what I'm supposed to be announcing, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a couple of announcements and let you know what's going on in the month of September. First of all, I want to congratulate the young disciples of New Beginning here in Dawson. They are nominated for an award, and I'm so absolutely proud of them. They are nominated for I want to make sure I get it right. But I'm so absolutely proud of them. And not only the young disciples, but also Sister Lucretia Brandon. She is also nominated for an award. And Trey Williams, they are also nominated. And Miss Gloria Cooks, they're nominated as well. And I knew that they were all nominated, but I did not know that the young disciples were nominated as well. And so that was just really exciting. So they are nominated. All of those people that I mentioned are nominated for a TGMEA, Texas Gospel Music Excellence Award. And I am so excited for them. The young disciples, which includes my daughter, Akayla. I'm so proud of her. My niece, Kayla Simmons, Brian Simmons, Jasmine Simmons, Deleon Roberts. I'm so proud of the young disciples, y'all. They worship and praise God with a heart of worship. I mean, they truly give God their all, and it's for His glory. So I'm so excited for them being nominated for that award. I'm excited for Lucretia Brandon and Trey Williams and Miss Gloria Cooks. And to all the nominees, I am so excited for you guys. I'm proud of y'all. So that's going on. And the awards is actually in February, but I just wanted to talk about their nominations. Hey, Sister Terry. Thank you, Evangelist Terry, for jumping on. I'm just giving out a few quick announcements, and then I'm going to get on into my topic for tonight. Not going to be long. I just wanted to get back in the groove of this thing, get back into doing Salt of the Earth, because this is what I'm supposed to be doing regardless of what is going on. But again, shout out to the young disciples, guys. I'm so proud of you guys for being nominated for that award. It is the let me see, TGMEA, Texas Gospel Music Excellence Awards. I'm so proud of them, guys. So y'all go online. There's a link I'll put on my Facebook page for y'all to go and vote for them. Go vote for Trey Williams. Go vote for Lucretia Brandon. Go vote for Gloria Cooks, and just support them, y'all. That's an awesome accolade, and they deserve it. They work hard. They praise the Lord from their hearts. They have a true heart of worship, and I'm just so proud of each and every one of them. And also coming up in September, on September 20th through the 22nd, we are having a 911 revival at the Church of a New Beginning of Dawson. It's going to be starting for Wednesday through Friday at 7 o'clock. So you guys come on out and join us. That is going to be awesome. We're going to have some dynamic speakers there. And I'm really excited about my niece, Alicia Carter, being our speaker. She's going to close it out for us, y'all. You don't want to miss that. And then also my husband is doing a 30 Deep Pastor Appreciation. That's going to be on September the 30th at 5 p.m. at the Family Life Center here in Dawson. All right, guys, got those announcements out of the way so I can go ahead and get into what God has given me. Like I said, it's been a rough several months, for me, and kind of sit down on my ministry. And I'm sorry to say that, and I'm ashamed to say that, and I had to repent for being able to say that, and I ask God to forgive me, and I ask that y'all to forgive me. And I'm not going to put a time frame on when I'll be on, but I will be coming back with Salt of the Earth as God so leads me. And so on tonight, the topic that I have for you guys is I'm a jerk. And I know y'all be like, these topics this girl be coming up with, but y'all, that's just, I have to give it the way that God gives it to me. And that's what He gave to me. And I was like, for the past few days, I was like, okay, I'm a jerk. I was like, okay, God, really? But I just went with it, and I've been praying, and I've been reading, and I've been studying and trying to get to the revelation and get to the depth of what God was giving me through this. And so I got it. And like I said, by these last several months, they've proven that, that I'm a jerk. I really am. And I was like, wow. I don't want to be a jerk. And I'm going to break that down. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm saying that. Because, like I said, the past several months, I went through a lot. There's been a lot of things going on. And instead of me being in a position, which I thought that I was in, to where I trusted God through the situations where I trusted God. Hi, Yvette. Thank you for watching. Hi, niece Kayla. Thank you for joining on tonight. We are talking about, on tonight's topic of Salt of the Earth, I'm a jerk. And when I was going through my situations and when my family was going through, I noticed that I had a knee-jerk reaction to anything that came my way, to anybody that said anything, to anything that just didn't sit right with me. Instead of me trusting God through those situations, I found myself having a knee-jerk reaction to those situations. And that's where the I'm a jerk comes in at. And so God doesn't want us to be having these knee-jerk reactions. God wants us to trust him no matter what situation we're going through, no matter what it looks like, no matter how hard it is, no matter how heart-wrenching the situation is, no matter how tough it is, no matter how dark it is. God wants us to be able to trust him, because when we have those knee-jerk reactions and when we react of our own selves and in our flesh, we end up messing up, y'all. We end up getting ourselves in worse of a situation. And I can tell you right now that in Genesis, we have a couple of witnesses. Abraham and Sarah can be a witness to those knee-jerk reactions. When it's dark, when it's midnight, when you're going through and God has promised you something and you can't see those promises coming to pass and you can't see it happening, and you're like, God, I just don't see it. God, I don't get it. Like, I know what you told me, but it ain't looking good. It's not looking right about now. God, I need you to, come on, move a little faster. Show me something, God. And we get ourselves out there and we put ourselves in the way and we get in God's business and we have those knee-jerk reactions. And Abraham did that, and he brought in Hagar and she had a son for him. And when I tell you that knee-jerk reaction caused so many problems, caused so much strife, caused so much hurt in his marriage, in his home, it really brought a whole damper on their entire situation. So that's why it's important for us to trust God and to not have those knee-jerk reactions. Hi, Grant. Bethlehem Church, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Tonight on Talk of the Earth, we are talking about the topic, I'm a jerk. And God is trying to teach us to not be a jerk. And what I mean by that is to not have those knee-jerk reactions where we want to act out of flesh when something affects us, when something hurts us, when we're going through something, when we don't quite understand what God's plan is and what he's doing to get us to that next level. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you, Andre, for jumping on and joining us. And so when we don't understand the plan of God and when we don't understand and fully see what God is doing, we tend to have those knee-jerk reactions and we tend to want to do things our way. And I was like, okay, God, this situation been going on for a minute, God. I need you to step in. I need you to do something. And so I was having knee-jerk reactions to everything. When it came to my children, when my children weren't being treated fairly, I wanted to jump in and I was like, God, you ain't doing nothing. God, you ain't moving fast enough. And so I would have a knee-jerk reaction and God would be like, you being a jerk. You're being a jerk, And I'm like, okay, well, God, forgive me. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. But, these are my kids. I got to step in. But no, you don't. We have to learn to trust God. We've got to stop having these knee-jerk reactions. We cannot do that. We have to come to a point where we trust God. And how do we do that when it's so dark, when we're going through it and it looks like there's no way out? And we're at the point where, God, I just don't see you being able to get me out of this one. I mean, it's one thing, God, for it to be dark. But God, I'm in my midnight season. And how many of you know that there is a difference between dark and between midnight? Okay, because dark is one thing and dark is bad. Dark is heavy. Nobody wants to be in the dark. Okay, but midnight, that's a whole nother thing, because I'm not just talking about it just being a dark season or I'm struggling or I'm going through. It's like lights out, it's black, I can't see nothing, God. I can't feel you, God. I can't hear you, God. I don't understand what is going on. And so when you're in your midnight season, even in the natural, in the midnight season, it says that people are in a place where they're more in tune to have negative thoughts, and where they are more able to and capable of engaging in things that are harmful, or they act in behaviors that would be impulsive. And again, impulsive, knee jerk. I'm a jerk because I would do whatever I felt, whatever the impulse was, whatever I felt like doing, however I felt like reacting, I would react that way. And I could hear God in the back of my mind. I could hear God, be quiet. I got this. I'm going to handle this. I'm going to take care of this. You don't have to deal with this. Hold your peace and let me fight your battles. But that knee-jerk reaction, that human reaction, because I was in a season of midnight, because it was so dark. And when you're in your season of midnight, naturally, your mind, like I said, it continues to go, and it goes into a place where you would engage in harmful thoughts, where you would engage in harmful behaviors, where you would engage in negativity, and where things are done on an impulse. And it's the same way spiritually. When you're in your midnight, at the end of the day, when it's dark, when it is midnight, those things happen. That's when demons are out prowling. That's when those demonic forces and those principalities are at their highest peak, in that midnight hour. Why? Because you're at your weakest. Because at midnight hour, most of us in the natural, we're asleep. If we're not working, or we're just not night owls, we are asleep. And when you're asleep, you're more vulnerable at midnight. And so that's when those powers, those principalities, those evils, those forces of darkness come in to try and to destroy you, to try and to get into your mind and try to embed thoughts into your head, and to try to overtake you, because you are in a place where you are asleep, you're weak, you're not able to stand and to fight, you're not, to yourself, you're in a slumber, you're out of there. And so it is spiritually. And like I said, for the past several months, that's kind of where I was spiritually. I was in a midnight season. I was in a dark place. I think at one point I even posted on my profile, it was just black. It was just black. I just had a black shape on my profile picture, because that's just how I felt. I felt like, God, you didn't hear me. God, you didn't answer my prayers. I feel like, God, you let me down. I'm like, God, I'm at my lowest. So I thought, and so the enemy wanted me to think. And when I was in that midnight season, he would come to me, and I had some knee-jerk reactions, and there was some consequences to that. I mean, you have to be careful having these knee-jerk reactions. You have to come to yourself and be like, I'm being a jerk. I'm a jerk. Let me get it together. Let me pause. Let me pray. Let me ask God to strengthen me right now, because I'm about to say something, because I'm about to do something that could potentially kill my witness. So guys, we have to be careful when we're in that season of midnight, when we're going through things. We have to know that the enemy is coming. That's when he comes with his ammunition. That's when he comes with his attacks, his spiritual warfare against us. And we have to be ready, and we have to be clothed, and we have to have on our full armor of God. We have to come in our midnight season. And when I say in our midnight season, I mean that season of where we have a midnight prayer, where if we're going to be up, we shouldn't be up fighting and arguing and going back and forth with the enemy. We should be praying to God. We should be talking to God. And there's a gentleman that has a book out, and it's called Ammunition for Spiritual Warfare, and he talks about that, and he talks about the importance of the midnight prayer. So sometimes when we're laying in our beds, we're sleeping in slumber, y'all, Jesus is up there praying on our behalf. He's covering us. The mothers of the church are praying on our behalf. Our pastors are up at midnight praying on our behalf, because they know and they can see that we're in a midnight season, and they don't want us to have those knee-jerk reactions where I'm at my wit's end, I'm at my lowest point, I got to do something, I got to make a move, or I got to let them know, God does not want us to make those knee-jerk decisions. He does not want us to have knee-jerk reactions. He wants us to come to ourselves and be like, I'm a jerk. I'm being a jerk. Let me get this together. Let me learn to trust God. Let me learn to lean on God. Let me depend on God. And even in your darkest season, Even in your season of midnight, you can do that. You should be able to do that. You should be able to pull back from your memory. That's why God throws things into the sea of forgiveness and he forgets. But y'all, we have a memory and we can remember. So we should be able to remember, God, I went through this 6 years ago and you brought me out. God, I was in a dark place. God, I was in my midnight season. Hi, Minister Craig. Thank you for jumping on. It's so good to see you, my brother. And so when you go back and you look back, you got to have that 2020 vision to look back and say, God, I remember you brought me through this virus back in 2020. God, I remember back in 2018, you brought me out of that situation, Father God, where I almost lost it, where like Agrippa, my foot almost slipped. But God, you brought me out of that because we have to understand that even the very elect, come on now, let's not, we ain't none of us perfect. Even the very elect. Come on now. Watch yourself. Don't be a jerk. Get yourself together. Look back and remember what God has brought you through. Look back and say, okay, I've been here before. Say, you're not finna get me caught up. I've been in the midnight season before, but God brought me through and I'm going to get through this. Yeah, let me, wait, first of all, take a little pause here. Let y'all know what I'm drinking because I love my little wine glasses, but I'm drinking cran grape and an orange juice mix. Ain't no funny business going on over here. I just had to let y'all know that I kind of been having like a little cold, so that's what's in here. I just love wine glasses and I just love those little flutes and stuff. So that's why I'm drinking out of this. But it's cran grape and orange pineapple juice. Don't play it. It's all good. Okay, but as I was saying though, you have to look back and you have to understand that God brought you through before and he can bring you through again. A lot of people right now, they're panicking and they're losing it and they're like, oh, we have to close schools down, we have to close our jobs down because of this virus coming back. Listen, honey, don't be having those knee-jerk reactions. Don't go running out, getting yourself into a situation that could be potentially harmful to you. When God brought us out before, I didn't do anything. I didn't have any knee-jerk reactions. I didn't do anything to prevent anything. I trusted and I leaned and I depended on God. And I'm here today. He brought me through. So we have to learn to lean and depend on God no matter what is going on. Even if you're in your midnight season, you have to learn to stop having those knee-jerk reactions because there are consequences to those things. So catch yourself. Get yourself together. Stop. Every time something happens, stop wanting to react. Sometimes we have to take some stuff. Sometimes we have to go through some stuff. Sometimes we have to sit in that midnight season until God says, okay, it's time for me to give you your breaking of day. It's not up to you to say, I'm tired of this, God. I want out of this. Let me help. Let me move it. Let me push it along. Because when you do that, when you get in the way and when you involve yourselves in God's business and in God's plan, you take a step backwards because God is going to let you sit there even longer to let you know that you are not in control. So guys, on tonight, like I said, I was going to be very quick. This is just kind of my little introduction back into Salt of the Earth, kind of a reboot, if you will, because I've been gone for several months now. And I think about 5 months. It's been about 5 months since I've been on and been live. But God had to snap me out of that. And he had to say, stop being a jerk, you know? Get out of that. Stop having knee-jerk reactions to everything that's going on. Yes, you're hurting. Yes, you're going through. Yes, you're grieving. Yes, you're dealing with some things with your children. Yes, you're dealing with some things just in your natural life. Yes, you're dealing with some things in your body. You have pains, you have swelling, you have things that you don't understand that are going on. But listen, you can't have no knee-jerk reaction and say, well, I'm going to sit down because I don't feel good. I'm going to sit down because they made me mad. I'm going to sit down because they ain't listening to me anyway. I'm going to sit down because it doesn't seem to be doing any good. I'm going to sit down because I'm hurting right now. I'm going to sit down because I'm grieving right now. The devil is a lie. Those are knee-jerk reactions, and he would love for you to sit down. He would love for you to give up. He would love for you to throw in the towel. And as I'm saying that, young disciples, Kayla Washington, Kayla Simmons, come on, y'all. Oh, God, I hear you. Jasmine Simmons, Brian Simmons, Deleon Roberts, Cabrisha Phillips. Come on now. Excuse me, Cabrisha Roberts. God is saying to you guys that the enemy would love for you to give up. The enemy would love for you to throw in the towel. But look what God did. God just gave you a glimpse. Like you guys have received one award already. You received an award for being the best young gospel group already. And now here you are nominated for another one. And the enemy is fighting you guys tooth and nail because he wants y'all to sit down. He wants y'all to give up. He wants to cause division. But I am coming to you all, and I am telling y'all, don't have a knee-jerk reaction. Don't react to everything that's going on. Don't react to what's going on around you. Don't react to what it looks like, because there is greatness, there is prophecy, there is promise that God has for you all, each and every one of you, as a group and individually. So collectively as well as individually, in your marriages, in your relationships, in your future, in your prophetic walk. I'm telling you, God is about to do some things. This is only the tip of the iceberg. God is just showing you all, I got you. And I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And don't allow knee-jerk reactions to get you out of the will of God. Kayla Simmons, baby, hold on. You are right there on the brink. And every day that you fight, and every day that you kick, and every day that you push, and every day that you get that enemy out of your face and put him under your feet where he belongs, he knows that you are one step closer. Keep doing that. Keep walking in it. Jasmine Simmons, don't have those knee-jerk reactions. Don't allow the enemy to get you to a point of frustration to where you just want to give up and where you're like, what's the point? The point is that you are anointed, you are called, you are chosen, and God is going to do just what he said he was going to do. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. Kayla Wagner, he is already showing you great and mighty things. He is already showing you favor, and he is saying that eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. Come on now, the kind of blessings that are about to fall on you. And I am so excited for you guys. I tell you, when I heard the news, I just cried. And to some, that may not be a big deal. Like, oh, it's just a nomination for what? No, God literally showed me some things through that. And he showed me back a couple of months back the setup for this. I just love when God sets you up for something and nobody has any idea. Even when I did what I was doing, I didn't really have an idea. I was just being obedient and doing what God said to do. But God is so amazing. It's when God sets you up. When God sets you up. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you, Liz, for joining, sis. I miss you. How you doing? Tonight, we are talking about don't be a jerk. And we're talking about having knee-jerk reactions when things aren't going our way, when things seem to be falling apart, and we're going through, when we're in our dark season, when we're in our midnight season, and we want to give up. We want to throw in the towel. And that's our first instinct. That's our first reaction. I give up. But God is saying, no, stop that. God is saying, get yourself together. Come to yourself. Shake yourself. Say, I'm a jerk. And snap out of that. Don't be that. We don't have to do that. God is in full control no matter what it looks like. God is going to bring every promise to pass. I mean, right now, today, I just had to stop being a jerk. And I told myself, I said, God, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to comment anymore on this situation. I've talked and I've talked and I've talked and I've talked until I've gotten a headache, God, and I'm not going to speak on it anymore. God, I'm going to give it to you. And I got home and my husband came in and he started talking to me about this very situation. Woo! Y'all, I'm telling you, don't be a jerk, because I'm telling you, those knee-jerk reactions will mess you up. And I was starting to get in my feelings. I was like, I'm not saying nothing else. I'm going to be quiet. And, and in that being quiet, I was having a little bit of an attitude, because that's just my normal reaction. When things don't go your way, you want to get mad, you want to give up, you want to throw in a towel, you want to have an attitude, you want to pout. And today, God just brought that thing to fruition. And he just said, that door is yet open. I don't care what it looks like. These are doors that I'm opening that no man can shut. So I thank God for that. So I just wanted to come on for just a few minutes, just a few quick minutes, just to encourage you all to stop being a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Because I was being a jerk. I can say it. I'm a jerk. I was being a jerk, but I am no longer going to have those knee-jerk reactions, regardless of what people say, regardless of what they do. We have got to learn to trust God and to stand on his promises and to stand on his word. So Don't be a jerk. So, guys, I thank you for jumping on and joining me. And we talked a little bit about out of Genesis, talking about Sarah and talking about Abraham and talking about Hagar and how those knee-jerk reactions affected them. So please go back and read Genesis and just read that story. And I'm sure that will get you in line. I'm sure that will make you no longer want to be a jerk, and you don't want to, start meddling in God's business, because you start messing up and you start, putting your hands in God's business and what He's doing in your life, and it's only going to set you back. Stay out of it. Let God do what He does. Trust God. Look back over all the times that He has brought you through, because it was nobody but God that got you through those situations. They got you through those circumstances. They got you out of those bad marriages. They got you out of those abusive relationships, that put food on your table, that gave you a place to live, that mended that broken heart, that brought that family back together, that healed that grieving that you're going through. It was nobody but God. And I've been through worse. Losing my mom was major, and I got through it. Oh, there's still hard days, definitely, but I got through it. My knee-jerk reaction, my first response was, I can't live without my mama. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna make it. But God was like, no, get yourself together. You're being a jerk. You gotta trust me. You gotta lean on me. You gotta depend on me. And then another hard situation, hey, Tracy. Hi, so good to see you. Thank you for joining. I miss you, sis. I'm glad to be back, because I can depend on you to hop on here. I love you, sis. It's so good to see you. But when I lost my mom, that was really hard. And then when I lost my nephew Joseph, that was another situation where I just I felt helpless, and I just wanted to crawl into a hole. I just wanted to have this knee-jerk reaction of, I give up. And God brought me through that. And that is so encouraging to me. And then I lost a very close cousin, someone that I love like my sister. And that was Brenda. And that was really hard for me. And again, those knee-jerk reactions that wanted to kick in, like, man, that was my rock. Besides my mom, that was my friend. That was my rock, and God got me through that. And so in losing my nephew, again, one of my favorites, within the last 5 months, it was so hard. It was so difficult. And being so close to my niece, it was just, man, that really took a toll on me. And it really tried to take me out. And I had another knee-jerk reaction where I'm not doing anything. I don't want to preach. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want nobody asking me nothing. And I had a knee-jerk reaction of I shut down. And I was like, I don't know how we're going to get through this one, but I'm here. And God is still God, and God is still good. And my nephew's ministry is going forward right now, and souls are being saved, and people are being led to Christ through him. So I'm excited for that, and I'm going to get off that subject, but I'm not sad about it. I'm happy about it. Like I said, it's a good thing. It's a God thing, and I thank God for it. But I just thank God that, I realized I'm a jerk, and I got to stop having those knee-jerk reactions. Stop reacting to every bad situation by sitting down, by giving up on God. Like, no, why are you doing that? Stop being a jerk. Trust God through whatever it is. And guys, that's all I had. I'm just going to be really quick tonight. I just want to come on and just kind of just get my feet wet again and get back into doing what I'm doing. I'm not sure when I'll be coming back with more Salt of the Earth, but I definitely will be back, walking in obedience and doing what God has me to do, and not being a jerk. Stop being a jerk and not having knee-jerk reactions, regardless of how I feel, regardless of, what's going on, regardless of what I have, regardless of what I don't have. It's all good. I can't be a jerk. I've got to trust God through it. Through those midnight seasons, I've got to trust God. And guys, before I get off, I am going to make these announcements one more time, because I'm so excited about September. And what is going on? First of all, like I said, we're having a revival at the Church of a New Beginning of Dawson starting September 20th through the 21st. We have Bishop Myron Williams from Abundant Faith Ministries. He's going to be our speaker on that Wednesday night. Then on Thursday night, we're going to have a speaker from Sweet Home Church is going to be there. Very special guest, very person that is very close to us that we love dearly. And then on Friday night, Sister Alicia Carter is going to be bringing it home, guys. So y'all come on out and join us at 7 p.m. at the Church of a New Beginning of Dawson on September the 20th, 21st, and 22nd for our 911 revival. And the young disciples of the Church of a New Beginning of Dawson have been nominated for a TGMEA award, Texas Gospel Music Excellence Award. And I'm so absolutely proud of them. Y'all, there's a link on my page. Y'all go and vote for the Young Disciples of Dawson as Best Young Adult Group. And also, please go and vote for Sister Lucretia Brandon, evangelist, psalmist, recording artist Lucretia Williams Brandon. She is nominated on there for a few categories. And then also, Trey Williams is nominated for some categories on there. So you guys, please click the link and go on and vote for them. And you have to vote in every category. And I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even know my babies was on there. But I'm so proud of you guys, Young Disciples. I'm proud of all of you. So y'all go and vote. Y'all go to the TGMEA website and vote. And if you look on my page, there's a link there. And I probably sent it to y'all in Messenger, telling y'all to go vote and support. Just show some love, guys. Because when they make it, well, I feel like they already made it. I feel like they've all already arrived. But when they get to that next level, y'all can say that I supported them and I know them, and they might hook y'all up with a few free concert tickets or something like that. Y'all know we love a good hookup. But yeah, y'all go and support them. And it's the TGMA Awards. And this is a beautiful site, beautiful thing. And Miss Gloria Cooks, she's on there as well. I don't know why I keep forgetting her mother, Gloria. She is awesome. And then the Twins and Friends, those are her daughters. Y'all, they do awesome work, awesome music. Y'all go and support them. So y'all go to their website and y'all go and support them and y'all vote. And you can vote up until I think October the 15th. So keep voting, keep voting, keep voting. And y'all just go and click on the link that I sent y'all and y'all go and vote. And it's gonna be a picture like this. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all go on there and y'all look at that and y'all click that link that I sent y'all and y'all go vote for them. Go vote for the Young Disciples, Trey Williams, Lucretia Brandon, Gloria Cooks, and just go and vote for everybody. There's a lot of great artists on there. And the revival, 911 revival at the Church of the Beginning on September 20th through the 22nd. And then on September 30th, my husband is doing a 30 Deep Pastor Appreciation. And pastors, I have not forgotten, I do have his addresses. I am at my desk right now. I'm going to print up these invitations and get them in the mail. I'm just procrastinating, but everybody that's been invited, y'all, please come. We want to just bless y'all. We just want to just take care of y'all and just spoil y'all and just show y'all some love and show y'all that we appreciate y'all for being true laborers in the vineyard. So guys, that's September the 30th at 5 p.m. at the Family Life Center in Dawson, 403 North College Avenue. And my husband, James Simmons, is doing that. He wanted to appreciate some pastors and some leaders. So it's called the 30 Deep Pastor Appreciation. Guys, we have people coming from Houston, from San Antonio, from Dallas, from just all over, Malakoff, Corsicana, Waco, Mahia. He has so many people that he loves and so many people that he wanted to appreciate. I mean, just from all over the world, Africa. He just has people just coming from everywhere. He loves people and they love him. And I'm so proud of him for stepping out and for showing that love, because you never know what small gesture could mean to someone. Hey, Pooh, thank you for joining. Hey, Elder Valerie, thank you for jumping on. Tonight's topic was I'm a jerk. And we were talking about having knee-jerk reactions instead of trusting God, and how we have to stop doing that. So you guys, please catch the replay. I just want to get back in and kind of, get my feet wet and remember what it was like to be on live, because I kind of sat down on this. But salt of the earth, touch of seasoning, whatever you want to call it, we are definitely back. And I'm not sure when we'll be on, but I'm just going to pop on here and I'm going to invite y'all to come on in and watch and join us whenever the Lord says so. But I thank y'all for being patient with me. I thank y'all for praying with me these last several months. I thank y'all for keeping me lifted and for keeping me encouraged, and just for being my sisters, just for being my brothers, just for being my family, just for being my ride or dies. I really appreciate you guys, because without y'all's prayers and support, I probably would still be being a jerk, but I'm no longer a jerk, and I'm so excited about that. So, guys, let's stop with the knee-jerk reactions and let's learn to trust God. So, I pray that y'all have a blessed evening. I pray that y'all enjoy your family, love on your family, love on the Lord, and y'all be safe and y'all have a blessed night. Love and blessings, Marilyn Simmons.